Hi there, Philomaths. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new to my channel. My name is Daphne, and it is that time again to reflect on another month. So let's just jump in. Actually, before I get started on going over my monthly reset for June, I am going to share with you the simple monthly calendars I created. This is a free template that you can duplicate, and I'll leave a link in the description box below. So, for instance, you'll have this set up, and then you'll click on one of the calendars, and it will look exactly the same as what I've been sharing on my monthly resets. So, you'll have the cover photo, this little photo here, a space for your intention, payments, reflection questions, and then the setup. And then you have 4 categories, and then in each category you type your goals. And then down here you have the picture, and then you have this little space where your June habits will be. And then you have your health goals, so your goals, business goals, and then finance goals. And so, yeah, it's pretty much set up like mine. It's just an empty template that you can fill in however you want. The meal plan is blank. The budget template is just a basic generic template that I downloaded, or not downloaded, but it's a basic budget template that was on Notion, and I just put that there. So that way you can customize it how you want. And then for the June habit tracker, or for all habit trackers actually, you will have this habit tracker set up so you can change the habits if you want, and they are in each cards. Okay, so then you come into your habit tracker, and it's pretty much what the Notion template is, but I added all of the months, and they are filtered to only show you that month. And so you can change the habits if you want. But yeah, so you can get your own. It's free. It's a free template. So yeah, if you want it, you can grab one for yourself and do your monthly reset with it, and maybe start the second half of the year with a fresh template with questions and having a new way to stay organized. So, yeah, if you're interested, the link will be in the description box. As you can see, everything is pretty much the same, with a few aesthetic updates and a new prompt for the mid-year reset since we are halfway through the year. I chose a warm brown toned theme with photos of nature and animals, like I did for the last couple, I believe. So I will sort of explain this monthly template starting from left and then going to right. So the quote is the same as last month because I feel like at this point I can't find another quote that would really top this one. And I still feel like I'm sort of transitioning. I'm taking May into June a little bit. However, I am recording this about a week before June 1st. So that could be why too. But I just think this year in general is probably going to reflect this quote a lot. Yeah. So there's that. And then my intention, I really had some trouble this month coming up with the intention because I already chose health, and I wanted something different. I don't want to go back to the same intentions, but maybe there's nothing wrong with that. But I just wanted to choose something different, so I went with self because I really think probably the last 5 months, I've focused on school, I've focused on work, I've focused on my to do list, I focused on YouTube, I focused on a lot of things. And I think I spread myself thin and I really just put self care and my health on the back burner. For instance, I would just skip taking my vitamins. I would just put myself last, I guess, and I really need to stop doing that. So hopefully I've learned my lesson this time. And yeah, so I put self as intention because I really need to just so at some point I need to put the to-do list down. I need to stop making to-do lists and stop stressing myself out and just, meditate, do a yoga session. Even if I worked out, it would really help. um, Journal, something, just something for myself. Like it's okay to put down the to do list and to just wipe off a day and take some time for yourself. And I just haven't been doing that the last 5 months because it seems like I've always had something to do and I've just prioritized that over me. So this month I need to change that a little bit, and I'm going to go over that in the reflection questions. So as you can see, I have the June meal organization, which I'm going to redo because haven't really been using it that much, and then the June budget, which I updated last month, and it's been working so far. I think I actually maybe changed up a couple things for the budget system that I had, but it's not too significant. So I'm probably going to show an updated how I budget video. And yeah, and then the June habit tracker is the same. Payments are the same. For last month, I was literally so bombarded with assignments literally from May 1st to about mid-May. And I would say I probably logged some of my habit tracker for the first 2 or 3 days. And then I just was so focused on getting my assignments done, I completely neglected my habit tracker, which is unlike me. And so I really don't have any updates for habit tracking because I didn't keep track of anything except for the first 2 or 3 days. And it was probably like May 15th or so. And I just said, well, it's about halfway through the month. There's no point in tracking anything at this point. So I'm just going to start over for June. And then for the meal plan, like I said, I've come up with a new idea. I just have to complete that task. And the budget I've already sorted out. And then I need to pick 3 top priorities for the month, the entire month. And I put them here. And then the reflection questions described last month in one word. It was tempestuous. I really tried to find a word that really described last month because last month was very chaotic. It was like a roller coaster. There were a lot of highs, but there were a lot of lows, a lot of stress, a lot to do. And yeah, it was just not how I had pictured or envisioned May progressing, but it did. And so, yeah, the quote by Martin Luther King really helped me move forward. And then just trying to chip away at things. Exams took up a good half of the month. So, yeah, it was not what I had expected. Okay, so with that, what did you accomplish? So the only thing that I really accomplished, and this is actually part of my quarterly goals, was I made 3 out of 4 A's, A minuses technically, so that was great. I was super excited about that. So that's really all I accomplished. I just had I had to spend a lot of time doing other things that came up, and then of course school took up about half of the month. What lessons did you learn? Caring what caring what other people think will limit your financial and personal growth, will hinder your purpose, and may alter your destiny. So I just felt like I was at a point where I was reflecting, and it just seemed like where I am in life mostly were based on my decisions, but I also feel like I didn't go through with some things in the past because I was too scared or because I didn't know what someone would think of me. And it probably would have been a good experience, and it might have catapulted me into a better situation. um, and so, yeah, I guess I have a regret, but I can only go forward and change it from here on and just, sort of do what I want to do, and step out of my comfort zone and, yeah, just do it. Put health first and efficiency second, as I pretty much explained already. And then embracing who you are is healthy and comforting. I feel like there's been so many things that I think I have wanted to change about myself in the past and even recently. I don't want to go into too much detail in this video, but I just felt like, even just to give an example, I just felt like me dyeing my hair a certain color would bring on certain judgments. And I need to, if I want to dye my hair a certain color, just dye it a certain color. It doesn't really matter, really, in the big scheme of things. So that's part of, I guess, the first lesson. Don't care what anyone thinks because ultimately you'll be unhappy, basically. Okay, reflect on each goal. So like I said, I have about a week left still of May. So, today, as I'm filming, so I could get more done. Probably will. But for now, I have not read anything in that book. I've had too much to do. I think I completed about 40 Spanish words so far. So not too bad considering. And then also considering I have a week more in May. And then I have only done 3 out of 10 poem book revisions, but that's still not bad. And then I researched a couple days this May, 2 days for research. And then how can you improve for next month? Continue practicing with time blocking in Google Calendar and create a better routine with this method. Prioritize 2 tasks and 1 self-care task per day. So this is where the self comes in. I think I've been prioritizing at least 4 or 5. I can't just stop at 3. I have to do more. So I'm limiting myself to 2, and then I have to do one self-care task per day. If I do that one self-care after 2 tasks, then I can do another task. But if I have time, but I have to do 1 self-care task per day. And then tackle every task with a calm demeanor because I've been stressed out over some of the things that have come up. Okay, how did I step out of my comfort zone? I can't really think of anything at this point, but if something comes up, I will fill that in. What did I learn about myself? I'm keeping that private. Who are the most meaningful people? Martin Luther King Jr., because of the quote, again, really, really, really helped me. And Joel Osteen. I do listen to him on occasion because he just helps my positivity. I don't want to claim to be religious per se. I consider myself spiritual, but I have listened to him, especially as much as I can throughout the semesters, because I get so stressed out, and he really helps me see the positive, or at least one positive thing. So, yeah. I didn't share who the most meaningful people were before because I didn't know what people would think, but it doesn't matter because this is my story basically. So, okay, mid-year reset. It is June, so I feel like in this new month I need to reflect on a couple of things. I have 4 prompts here. This might change. This is the first time I'm doing a mid-year reset. So, okay, what has been working? My hustle calendar has been working, prioritizing school. I started utilizing the Google Keep Notes, and that seems to be working. I need to keep doing that. And then also Google Calendar. It helps me keep track of everything and set a time to everything, which I'll go in just a second. The budget system is working, and the habit tracker system is working. What has not been working? Not prioritizing my health. I need to do that. Spreading myself too thin and focusing on too many goals and too many projects. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered that. And then not clearly defining subtasks for the main goals. So, for instance, I'll have, I think I pretty much do okay on this, but like the book goal. Obviously, my goal is to finish it, but I have to take this in increments because I don't have time right now to just sit down and read 27 chapters. So I have to figure out how many chapters I can read in what day and when I have time. And I probably need to start putting it in my Google Calendar, or, yeah, probably not Google Keep, probably Google Calendar. That way I set a time. Because I'm just going in and I'm not, not really having a solid plan. So I need to start doing that. And then also for like the research side hustle goal, I need to probably plan a couple of things I need to research because I had a long list of things I wanted to research, and I'll just pick one out of 10, and I probably need to just focus on 2. So yeah, things like that. And then utilizing a meal planner. Like I said, haven't been using this meal planner very often because it's just not working. So I need to create a new one. What do I want to stop doing? Pretty much everything that's not been working. Stop being general and be more specific. Like I just basically mentioned with the goals, set a time for sub goals rather than leaving them open ended, like I just explained. And then lastly, what do I want to start or continue doing? Start prioritizing health, continue prioritizing school, start setting specific times and time frames for sub goals, continue listing the top 3 priorities of the month, and start incorporating more self-care time in the morning or at night. And see, that was more specific. So that's good. And then I also I think I had 5 categories and I trimmed it down to 4, and I combined self-care and the book goal under personal. So yeah, they're pretty much the same. Right. Put 20 Spanish words into the database I created. For health, balance meals, add 1 recipe, exercise, business, review 1 poem and designate as keep or discard, research a side hustle, and then generate 1 YouTube video idea. And then I think I'm still in chapter 6. I'm pretty sure I'd have to check. And then journal. And I also spiritual journal, which is where Joel Osteen comes in. I watch a video and then I journal about it. I'm still working out how that works, but yeah. Okay. So I have added some, as you can see, the brown tones, some nature, a horse, and then down here a log cabin. And then I have the habit tracker here as well, so that way I can see, and it's only filtered to that day. So if it's June 3rd, I only see June 3rd. For health goals, school goals, business goals, and finance goals, I'm going to keep them probably private. There might be a few I share on the screen, but for the most part, I'm keeping them private. However, I will show you that I redid the business goals and I subcategorized them into books, research goals, YouTube, and other. And then I have checkbox, so if you were to hit the toggle on one of them, check boxes would come down and then I could tick it off or check it off. And when I complete it, and yeah. So that is my June calendar. Hope this gave you some ideas. I hope this gave you some inspiration also, or some new prompt ideas for your own monthly reflections. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to join you in the next one.